Neil,
Neil, you remember your question yet?
Yeah, I got it. So, what would be some practical solutions to recondition ourselves to make sure we are not so reactive? We are in the moment so we can just see everything and react the way we need to react uh, so that we're not going into a direction we don't want to go.
hmm Yeah. And the language that you use there is very important. To react in a way that you need to react or react in a way that you want to react.
Mm, need, need.
And what are your needs based on?
So, I don't want to react in a way that will cause uh, egos to flare or anything, any contentious energies to come forth. Just to, okay, I can assess this is what's happening. Now, I don't want to go that way. I want us to go this way. So
hmm
I know for a fact I'm very reactive in general.
hmm
And you
When do
could
you
probably,
get most reactive? What sparks your reactions the most?
oh man, anything political in nature that I feel really passionately like political social, anything social, political in nature, where because I'm quite like, I'm just gonna put it all out on the table, like I'm almost, you could almost call me a communist, except for the fact that I like capitalism. So it's like, but you're not, but the communist ideal, the Marxist ideal, I believe that's super important in the society. Maybe not the most uh extreme aspects of it, because yeah, obviously that can kind of go the wrong way. We've seen it historically. It can definitely go the wrong way. But I think the good parts of it, it sounds kind of like I'm cherry picking, but if
No,
we
it's all
can
good.
if we can take the good parts of it, remove the rest, and what we have right now, remove the bad parts, take the good parts, and kind of hybridize it. I'm
How
not
do
really
you
sure.
how do you intend on it? How do you intend on influencing that?
Well, I like to think about systems, just because that's probably the way my business is probably going to go, systems. But more so related to crypto and blockchain systems, um, and implementing those systems that way. I just feel like, you know, the way the world is going, it's like everything is out of control, but because humans are influencing it, and there's a group of humans that we know that are influencing everything, we can't, they're basically untouchable. However, there are systems that are outside of the system that we have created that may be able to infiltrate without actually infiltrating anything, and that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Yeah,
That to me sounds very unclear.
it is unclear. It is
something was said. Something was said. I heard it.
Yeah,
I
unclear.
did hear it.
yeah. He said a lot, but it's very unclear. My point of pointing that out is that, and I'll say this with as much love as you can receive, is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
you don't know what you're talking about,
I
and
don't,
that's okay. And
don't.
that's totally okay. Whenever we're talking about shit that has to do with Van and others and the insidious folks, that like all of this shit is just imaginary. And that's okay. And it's actually good. And so the acceptance of that yourself is the first thing. Recognizing, sitting there, taking a deep breath, activating your body. You live in your body. All the experiences that you are having are happening in your body. You don't have to know all the ins and outs of the neuroscience. You don't have to know all the ins and outs of everything, but you understand that your experience on this planet is happening in there. So, one of the things you can do is just get a quick dose of reality. Take a huge deep breath, hold that joint, and just open your eyes and look around. Just be like, oh shit, I'm here. Okay, so now that I'm here, what do I know? And one of the biggest, most liberating moments in my life, it was when I was still a police officer, but I went down this rabbit hole it was daunting for me to go through it. It felt like my world was crashing around me, but the reality that I was coming to grips with was that I didn't know shit. So I gave up my acting like I knew shit I didn't know. I don't know very much about anything that's outside of my view. I don't know anything about God. I don't know anything. I barely know shit about myself. Like, so again, I'm reckoning with the reality of my experience. And when you get into alignment with that truth, something magical happens. Is where all of a sudden, when I recognize that I don't know anything, I'm open to actually receiving what is there. And then my knowledge actually increases because I go through actual experiences rather than just what's in my imagination. So this is what I tell people all the time, is that if you're imagining shit that causes you distress and you know you're making it up anyway, why not just make up stuff that is actually what you like? If I'm making up a story anyway, let me make up one that actually feels good.